then you are in for failure. So if you don't want to fail or to complain in future, whatever you determine today will lead to success tomorrow. So if you want to become, maybe you are, let me use the word, a front desk person, and you want to become human resource, what do you have to do? You have to go to school. You have to learn, all right, and make sure that you work hard, and whatever determination you have will be realized, or will be achieved, or there will be success at the end of that day. That is what I have for you by way of motivation. Just be determined and do something. Yes, take action, not be reactive. You should be proactive, and everything will fall in place properly for you. Now, this is it for this morning. But remember, we are very live, very active on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. And so you can subscribe to the channel on YouTube and share. Please share the dialogue. Share to friends and folks and friends and family, right? And on Facebook, send your comments on Facebook via KFM TV GH. We'll be kind enough to share those comments with the entire world to hear. Now on WhatsApp or SMS, it is 0246 23 9070. 0246 23 9070. That number will be displayed on your screen. Pick it, send me WhatsApp message. Whatever you think is bothering your mind, whatever it is, even if not what we are discussing here this morning, everything. You are a member of the country, so you know what you are going through. You know what the country is going through. Send your comments on 0246 23 9070 as well as SMS. I'm taking a breather. I'll be back in a jiffy. Stay tuned. So that was by way of motivation and you being an integral part of this show. That is why you have to pick such number and send your messages, send your comments, and we'll be kind enough to read every bit of your motivation. Now, I am Franklin Cadwell. Now, there is good news in terms of health. In terms of health, you know, a country without healthy people is already an unproductive country. If the indigenes in the country are very, very active, healthy, then there is bound to be productivity. And if there is more productivity, the more the currency of that country becomes robust and resilient to match up with other international currencies. Now, what do I mean? Now, yesterday, the 15th of April 2026, the President John Dramani Mahama launched a free healthcare program. A free healthcare program. Now, this policy covers screenings, right? You want to be screened to check or diagnosed, to check and find out what is wrong within you. Sometimes you are healthy, you feel you are healthy, but there may be a part of your body, whether external or internal, that may have a little bit of default. And so it is screening that will ascertain whether or not there's something going on within you that you are not even aware. Something like the internal organ, the liver, when it begins to be damaged by what you eat, you will not feel it, you will not feel anything, you won't see it unless it gets to a place where it is deteriorating. It is getting damaged completely. So for you to know what is happening with you, within you, you have to be screened or you have to be diagnosed. That is where health officials will find out what is wrong with you, and then they take charge either control it or making sure that it is uprooted. So free screening here, this policy, the primary health care program that was launched yesterday by the president, covers screening free. You won't pay anything. 2, antenatal care. Yeah, mami moa. Yafa yefru fofro. All right, and I say yafa yefru ngusunyi. Uko health facility be a untia he, untia a kobo. The only thing you have to get is your Ghana card. No health NHIS card there. Despite the NHIS card is also working, this has also come to stay. The only thing is you get your Ghana card. And if you are pregnant, you want to go for antenatal, say gynecology, gynecologist, yes. Koshe sabofrano or the year and I say or 10 year and I so didi year. Obako na ya show free ni uhiani se ubenya Ghana card. And no cheno. Basic treatment like malaria, you know, malaria has been with us since time immemorial, and then other like cholera, those petty diseases that, or maybe yes, malaria, cholera, maybe some flu, catarrh, and the rest, right? The only thing you need is get to a CHIPS compound in your area, a clinic in your area, and any health center in your area, and you'll be taken good care of. This is what the free primary health care entails. And then also, I also understand that it covers free treatment for hypertension, diabetes, that is diabetes, and some cancers. Yes, some cancers, because Mahama Cares takes care of severe cancers. In that, if you are having a woman, you are having breast cancer, and that breast needs to be cut from there. Mahama Cares take care of such. Or you are having heart cancer or liver cancer or whatever, lung cancer. Mahama Cares take care of such. But I think at the primary stages of you having cancer, this free primary health care takes care of that for you. And I understand that the government has allocated 1.5 billion, that is Ghana cedis, to operate alongside the NHIS, like I said earlier. So I think this is a very good and very nice initiative. I think very soon we are going to be like other countries, like Britain, like the US, United States of America, and maybe like Singapore, Mexico, and China, Japan, yes. Because I think all of these primary health care are free there. You don't pay anything. So I think if this happens, the country is going to be healthy. If I say the country, we are the country. We are going to be healthy, and we are going to be very, very productive. If you are productive, it means the country is at the verge of controlling its economy and making sure that the dollar does not beat our cedi like something. I have a video of the president launching the initiative yesterday. Let's take a look at such video. We'll be back.
Here at the Shaiwo Sudoku District Hospital. For those of you who don't remember, 10 years ago, on 4th April, in my former incarnation as president, I commissioned this hospital. And I'm happy to note that the hospital is still doing very well. It is one of the best kept hospitals. The CEO is here. Aiko. It's one of the best kept hospitals, and it has gained global fame beyond the borders of Ghana. It won consecutively safe motherhood, zero maternal mortality and infant mortality for several years. And so, because of their reputation, they are victims of their own success. People come from outside their catchment area, from as far as Eastern region, to come and either deliver here or seek medical assistance here. So to all the staff, I say Aiko for the great work you're doing, medical director and all your staff. Aiko, well done. We hope you continue to maintain the standard that you have, and we hope that all health facilities in Ghana will come and emulate the example that you have set. Now, I just want to emphasize the importance of the free primary health care. We've been talking about universal health coverage. Every country is working to achieve universal health coverage. And universal health coverage is the situation where every citizen has access to quality, affordable care. In Ghana, we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, and it expanded coverage and affordability in a major way. But since we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, we still have a lot of pockets of underserved areas, especially in the rural areas. And so, for countries that would want to extend the reach so that they can achieve universal health coverage, they include in it the primary health care aspect of it. With the health scheme, normally for most of the health facilities under the health scheme, you see the patients only when they are sick. And so it's mostly curative. One key aspect of the free primary health care is preventive, to identify the illness and get early treatment before it develops into something else.
All right, so you heard the first gentleman of the land, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, at the launch of the primary health care program yesterday. And, well, he actually, like I said earlier in my intro, I said most countries are doing this. And this is actually helping their indigents, because if the country is not having healthy indigents, then it is not a productive world country. So I think it is a very good initiative. And if you go to some of our rural areas in the country here, it is pathetic how patients are suffering, people who fall sick, and people who are living in hard-to-reach areas, like some portions of the Savannah region, Volta region, and some areas in the central and western regions, how they suffer just to access a facility that is a health facility. And so I actually saw vans, right? Some motorcycles, tricycles, and vans that will be going to these hard-to-reach areas and places where the facilities are not that well equipped. Okay, these vans will be going around and be diagnosing people and supplying or administering medicines to this ailments or disease, patients, so that they can become healthy for all of us. And I think, like I said, it's a very nice initiative, and I think we should all make it a point to visit all facilities, and please, not just any facility. If you get to places like Kolebu, Ridge Hospital, University of Ghana Medical Center, and then the rest, it won't be possible. The only thing is that the health centers, clinics, CHIPS compounds, and so on and so forth, that is where you can be granted the mandates to giving care without paying anything, just your Ghana card. But I'm very sure that this big hospital that I mentioned, Okonfanochi, Ridge Medical Center, Legon Medical Center, I think if you go, this malaria and these petty health conditions may be taken care of without you paying anything. Now, that aside, before I go to the other topic for the day, you are a part of this program. Yes. This program was designed because of you. All right. So, Kayehu, Debia, no Pebia, any enumere 6 p.m. Tuesdays. Now, for number way, now send you WhatsApp messages, any SMS message. So, ukita yeah, man, I said, ukita iOS phone, and I said, ukita smartphone. Now, for 0246 23 9070 0246 23 9070. Now I send your message, your WhatsApp message, and also I send your SMS message. You be kind am we are seeing na ati. And number is 0246239070. And then on Facebook, KFM TVGH, and as well as YouTube KFM TVGH. Subscribe to the channel and share, and then also your comment on Facebook. Now, the other topic we are looking at this morning, but before I go to the other topic, I want to outline who qualifies for this primary health care initiative. It's people living in the rural areas. Like I said, hard to reach areas in the country, or hard to reach communities. Some communities, unless you take a boat or a raft before you get to that community. So hard to reach communities are beneficiaries of this initiative, as well as communities served by chiefs compounds, all right, and then people living in the rural areas. Now, yesterday we actually wanted to call on these teacher unions, NAGRAT and so on and so forth. I tried calling them this morning, but none of them actually answered my call. One answered, but she was not in a position to speak to this issue. And the issue is unpaid teachers threaten massive protest. Unpaid teachers threaten massive protest. The threat actually was for yesterday, the 15th of April 2026, and they threatened protesting and massing up at the finance ministry, okay, to demand for their between 7th to the 18th, yes, the 18th month salary arrears, right? Unpaid teachers. Some teachers are saying that they've not been, or they've been working for the past 7th to 18th month, and they've not had their salaries. All right, so they are agitating, and they are saying that they are going to protest at the Ministry of Finance. We wanted to hear from them, but we couldn't get to them. But when my guests come, we are going to speak to them. But it is a bit weird and absurd if a teacher, a trained teacher, not a private teacher, should work for 7 to 18 months and not received 1 month salary. It is bad. Their family heads, and their family members. Some are fathers, some are mothers. So how does the government want them to live? How do you want them to fare as a people in this country, or as workers or health personnel in this country? I think government should come, listen to them, health minister, listen to them, and do to them what needs to be done to them. Yes, because they protesting and converging at the Ministry of Finance will not be healthy to the country at all. And before I go on any breather, I want to go back to what I was actually advocating on. That is, you see this Circle Dubai Bridge. The circle itself, Kwame Nkrumah Circle, I mean. If you get there, first of all, the stench itself, a kind of, the smell, the odor that will meet you when you get to Circle. And you know, Circle is a place where there are so many links, right? To Insaom, to Teshi area, to Kaswa, right, to Accra. So Circle has become like a place where you can get to and go to anywhere in Accra. You understand? So, but if you get there, the first thing that will meet you or welcome you is the stench. That odor, drain, all right, has a lot of sand in it, right, and the sewage water cannot move, cannot flow, and so it is stagnant. And water that is sewage and which is stagnant does not move, will smell, which will accumulate and will smell. That is why Kwame Nkrumah Circle is smelling. You understand? Now that aside, people sleeping under the bridge is what is so absurd. Not to talk about the filth around. I see. Me who say Zoom lion for no more proud no baby, but Udu Circle baby a bus terminal no. we are by 12 a fee go up a fee pa na me bisa me say it's ni papa there's a bean the in some bus stop there the in some bus park there. That is why I pick vehicle. There's a bin there, but the bin is full up to the brim, and people just dump human beings just dump waste anyhow there in the car park. You know, sometimes I always say, when I was teaching, I always tell my student that in the class, if you eat in the class and dump the refuse, maybe biscuit wrappers and sachet water rubber on the floor, I use a scenario. Listen, I'm not insulting anyone this morning. You see the animal, let's say cow or maybe cattle, right? Cat and a dog. Even cat is very nice. Cat is very gentle. Dog, goats, yes, goats or sheep. Where they sleep is where they defecate, is where they urinate, sorry. So if animals that are not rational, right, urinate where they sleep and defecate where they sleep and sleep in it, and you human being, we say we are rational, right, and when we leave, we sit there, eat or stand there, eat and dump the refuse there. What is the difference between us in quotes and those animals? Pardon me this morning. That is pathetic. I must say, I'm saying no cray is bitter. The truth is bitter, but it is the truth. Right? Human beings so. Where did you na baby ujina no nipem? Now waja and run a go. Now ko. Opese one and bepra. O baga fatum. Or pocketa fatum. Sachet water. What is the load? Just fold it nicely and put it in your pocket or your bag. When you get home, you dump it. That will make you a rational human. Don't behave like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to finish it. Now that aside, I was talking about those sleeping under the bridge. The Circle Dubai Bridge. That when it was commissioned, everybody wanted to go and see. Very beautiful. But today, you go there and indigens and non-indigens are there sleeping. Even as late, I'm using the word late because at the 5 a.m. Once on Mudao, master line, no Mudao. And I asked myself, last time, Tuesday 6 p.m. when my lawyer came here, he spoke about it. That in other countries, the governments can put up structures. And I was even asking him if it should be makeshift structures. Makeshift here means like, China you be 12 no say there be a structure, proper structure, say wooden structure, proper structure. San crofone na ban no be fa omo egumu na wape enjuma kakra ma omaye ono okoye ni konkpo anaso okoye ni libra ejuma wi na waba beda ho se na ebia on konko da bontin se na eye so open no is weird and absurd. And on po ka say so those countries no them crofone na omo lining up on the street and sleep there no abanu ekofa omo egu structure mo a then he gives them he pays them, gives them some money just for food so that they will not be going hungry. And that is good leadership, that is good governance. You understand? Because the people in the country belong to the country and they belong to you. Such people, they belong to you, whoever the person may be, vulnerable, all right, a pauper or whoever. They are humans, and so let's treat them as we are. And I'm calling on the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Honorable Linda Oklu, please. This is in your region. I'm not saying only Accra. Kumasi is there. Sekanita Kradi is there. Market Circle, Sekanita Kradi. Very filthy. There's construction going on there, but well, let's see after the construction what happens. Then I'm calling on the Accra Mayor. Yes, I know you are always on the field, chatting and conversing with these market women, Makola and Abobulushi. You're always around. You're on the field, and I like you for that. But there is more to be done. You know something? Work with the regional minister, Mayor Michael Alote Pakpu. Work with the regional minister hand in hand And I know the two of you liaise well, properly. Come around, look at where they sleep. Early dawn, just come and look. Or maybe 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., come and look at how they are sleeping there. And find something to do for them. Get a place for them. And this will help us as a country. Now, lastly, Esiedun Ketia has been talking, chairman for the ruling National Democratic Congress. I'll be back to talk about that when my guests are seated. I am Franklin Cadwell. Please, whatever I've mentioned here, the launch of the free primary healthcare program yesterday, and the unpaid teachers who have worked for 7 to 18 months and they have not received an iota of a salary. Speak out. I'll be saying it, speak out. If you don't speak out, then they will take you for granted. Those that you did this for, you voted for, they will take you for granted. You know something? Most of them, about 99.8% of them, are there to amass wealth at your expense. I am telling you, I've been doing this work since 2012, so I know what I'm talking about. Right? They are not there to do what they say they want to do. Fine. They show off, but I'm telling you, Sikaniba, they pocket it, most of them. But in my way this morning, but I'm not saying all of them. Most of them, for their parochial interest is why they are there. That is why they come to you, lie to you, and take this your kokromoti power. And when they finish, just ask yourself, back as at when they were canvassing for your vote and as omuye campaign bisa on say back any ube kasasa netiana. So uye se ukoshisho omo officer di se obehunu. Whereas time omu canvassing for vote no omuye campaign no every second omu doorstep ebo udo gate mu say ube ma omu vote. No much or 2 cities, no much or 10 cities, 100 cities that were near G what vote am. Do you know how much a minister is taking as salary? Do you know how much an MP who comes to you to vote for him is taking? About 100 and something or 200 and something million a month. Sitting allowance income, right? Fuel coupon in your account and buy. So ask yourself, will you speak out or be mute? You see, ye uti na wan kasa ho a ye uti boni. Meja we ma o. Ye ba sisi a.
By just one yo yanom a shaya ain't use fuel when so yansesa oil near 1 year any ni key a shaya gumechi na a ye lip moto Giomi anase nami a yemu bia won sabeka wo KFM Limited e wo Ghana ha lip moto a bear car sabi yanom dene sanso efe wa interiors here. Hear me, Timothy, and your friend on lip moto. There were 3 modes of driving. Obey me and switch it, so open 10 more. Obey in the sports mode. So person will save you battery. Obey me is economy mode. That's a woman pen them now open with normal riding so your friend is standard. What charger will battery within 6 hours? A bet to me do what Kumasiaba. Metra air 310 kilometers. And to win how. Obey to me so the 3 hours fast charger. I charge and I'm you fool. Bonama no ko Kumasiaba say no me try the akano Giomi ya won ya key make sure the key ni ben wa wo hwese na interior on it here na black and white papa so no FSN yo wa screen tentin e bo ma hu car no battery aka na ma hu mileage nso wo so we so de etu kwan 320 kilometers and sana was our charge. Ubeti me charge in 6 hours. Fast charger in 3 hours. I bear for a FDA in so. Ubeti me driving in 3 modes. A year standard, sports, and now say economy. So what pen to say me yanum choose sports was it. Ubeti me to quite fee hakokubasi. I'm a battery ni biswak because a year 320 kilometers. Who charging 6 hours, obey me in your full battery. Now when you fast charge and swap 3 hours pay your set. Making sure so key in car, yes, I walk him. Who be a door na start. Chili Joby, black and white. Makuma swat. Man, san cow dear. You check it the akano. Yeah, no. I bet for the animal back on you. The awiniano key. Making sure so key in a band when yes, I walk him. We no F. Let a woman sit down. A grey no ma would me no. The any hakakra, any the mood. As also was screens me no. Wait, and more information and we are can in winning. Answer Bessia Bonum Papa, your friend entertainment, the Awihiano, Anne. And that's over to me, so I drive in 3 moves just like the others. Standard, and I say sports. So open them. Car way so. A bet to me to Kwaya Kokumasiaba, 330 kilometers. The Chema would do crowd to make Jesus on one bonum kakra, and Sunday do. Which are then 6 hours, sir. No. So bet to me, so charging 3 hours. A friend of fast charge. You know, KFM Limited, and they are big just so. Fraying near me own Sanka what the intentem. So open installment, a high purchaser, and train one nasa. We've got you solid. Yanume, or sabit me a fidie mubia, and what KFM Limited. One sabeke fidie no what Siano kakra. Wait, unyano bebia, a GKFM Limited. Fraying, never sort out.
All right, so welcome back to the program, and this is the agenda. And this program is a program that talks truth to power, or speaks truth to power. Here, there's nothing like fear. There's nothing like what? Favor for anybody, because, like I always say, we are the nation makers. We are the nation builders. We just put them there as leaders, to lead us, because all of us cannot go to the Flagstaff House. All of us cannot go to the municipalities. All of us cannot go to the districts. All of us cannot go to the the whatever sector. All of us cannot go to the ministries, right? And all of us cannot be at the Parliament House. That is why they are there to represent us. They are there as representatives for you and I. All right, but before I say on, I move on. Call a friend to call a friend. You can send your message on 0246 239070. We are still waiting for our guests. We are almost here. They are going to join us to digest the issues of today. Call us or send us a message on 0246 239070. 0246 239070. That is your SMS message or WhatsApp message. But on Facebook, that is KFM TVGH on Facebook as well as YouTube. Send your comments. We'll be kind enough to read them. Now, before our guests come, we actually invited 2 of them. A communicator on the ticket of the NPP, a communicator on the ticket of the NDC. Before they come, I want to say it again, that President John Mahama did not get there by dint of just being there or just for him to be there. No. It is you, the citizenry. It is you, the electorate. It is you, the indigene. Right? It is you, the constituent, that voted. It is you who voted for the president as an executive. It is you who voted for the MP to represent you in the Parliament House. It is you who voted for the assemblyman there in your locality. For the ministers, it is a power that you gave to President John Mahama that he nominated them to become the substantive ministers where they are. And so it is still you who put them there, even though you didn't vote for them to be there as ministers. Why? Because you voted for President Mahama, and he has to elect or nominate somebody to occupy a ministry or a sector a portfolio for that matter. So once you are President Mahama, you give the portfolio to the minister, agriculture minister, education minister, whoever. So if they are there to work to the benefit of you and everyone in the country. So if they are lousing around not doing their work, you have to speak. The only thing I want for you to do is what? To speak out. Or else, they will take you for granted. Before this government came, during the campaigning season, when they were campaigning, they promised a lot. They made a lot of promises. One, aura. 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 Where is it? A lot of people have been asking questions. Operation Recover All Loot. Where is it? Where has it gotten to? Where have we gotten to? During the campaign, the NDC in power now said lots of things. Yeba, yebechiomatum. And even the vice president then, the vice presidential candidate then, or running mate then, Prof. Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, our current vice president, said, I told them on a platform that, told the MPP, then on the platform that we will arrest and prosecute everyone who is implicated in any form of what? Infractions. And he said a word. That it is not a threat, it is what? A promise. That word always rings bell in my what? Ear. In my eardrum. Right? We are not threatening you. It is a promise. That's what they told the MPP then in government. That when they come, they will arrest and prosecute everyone who is found culpable, who is found in any form of infraction in the country. 1, embezzlement. 2, misappropriation of our funds. 3, misapplication of our funds. 4, pilfering. If you are found involved in any of this, they will prosecute, right? And do the right thing. Maybe sentence or fine or both. But 1 year has passed. We are in the 4th month of another year. So almost 1.5 years. We've not seen anything. Fine. People like Chairman Wuntumi has been arrested and in court now. And others, few of them. But why are we not hearing anything as citizens? Former Finance Minister, Honorable Ofori-Atta, is there in somebody's land. And nobody is making an effort to bring him back to the country to be asked some questions to answer to. And he's there, trying hard to become a citizen of that country. If nothing is wrong when he was a finance minister, Ofori-Atta, Honorable. If nothing is wrong, factually, that during your days as a minister for finance, nothing, right? There are no infractions, or there were no infractions. Sikebia Iran Fabiana said there was no misappropriation or misapplication of funds, the country's funds. So why are you seeking for citizenship in the United States of America? Why? If there's nothing wrong, just come to Ghana. We'll welcome you. Ask you a few questions. If you are free, you go. You can even go and stay in Afghanistan. Nobody cares. But we need to see you in this country. What am I even saying? We need to have him. I am telling the government today. You made a promise. And let me tell you, the reason why I'm saying this morning is that people are agitating. And people are not voicing out. People are getting worried. People are getting disappointed in this government. You know why? Because of the promise. The promises. All right? Yeba yebechi omu. Wanana ya chino. Wanana ya prosecuting. And people are saying that this government is becoming too lenient, so to say. Is it that scratch my back, I scratch yours which is going on. Paper mechima me na me paper uso diana. Yes, and not just say a DT memufona abro. Because, like I said, that which made the current government is dwindling gradually. People are getting disappointed, discouraged for that matter. People are in dismay. People are dismayed. Forgive my word. People are what? Despaired. People are dismayed as I speak. Because we've been hearing it. People call us. And so if you're a government, you've come to power, and what needs to be done, you don't do it, then what do you think will happen? Even if Ghanaians will still vote for this government in 2028, maybe the 1.5 million people who voted for you alone may dwindle or reduce because people have gotten what? Fed up. You can say, and so you ban the you die, son and Krofoka. Now let's look at Galamsey. We say Naimos is still fighting Galamsey. Then we have blue water guards on our water bodies, making sure that nobody maybe mines in the water bodies. But as I speak, those blue water guards are just there in the blue uniform and bluing. That's all. When a month ends, they go for their salary. Right? What do I mean? We know that when they get there, they take monies from these illegal miners and allow them to do whatever they want to the water. Right? Now, why? We say the water is healing, or some water bodies are healing in terms of its turbidity level. But yet still, you see these waters very, very, very dirty. I was saying the other day that in my village, where I was born, the river there, then, the late 80s and the early 90s, if you go and stand close to the river, you see the depth of the water and you see fishes swimming beautifully. And you see pebbles under the water. Now, the last time I went there, when I became an adult and I went there, it was pathetic. You can't even stand close to the river. You can't even see if it is a river or Gatamunsio. Right? This is what we are doing to our water bodies here in Ghana. Water that used to be very clean. You can see the depth of it. You can even just fetch with a habine, right? With a habine, right? Sa habine bi na say kontomre no. Uti ana wa kwele ne kakra. O da sounds you anu ma ye de nsi no boye de wo m de keke. Yeah, sa habine na ye de chichiri wache na ye di no. Yeah. Sa habine bi. I don't know the name though. There is sense you know because nsi no clean, very healthy. But no more yes ye ni abie na ye ni ate no. Ye technology, science and whatever no. Kwahwe ye nsi o. Asi sebi o nantwi ana moa ene nam nsi onim epeche nsi no e de ateche on say preko omu pefin sorry omu ragata ni mo na ma ye nsi oni fi anu bi na nipa ye yo nti initially se me kan ni asebi moa ye no anu bi na asebi nipa ye mu bi mo ye. And that is not fair. Well, if you want to become an animal as a human, transgender is there, but not in this country. Just go somewhere else and treat yourself to become an animal if you want. But I'm telling you that as a citizen of the country, speak out. That is the most important. Don't coil yourself somewhere, and after 4 years, they will come back to you and solicit for your vote, canvass for your votes, and you give them your vote again. And one pathetic thing is that when they come, they share petty items. Like our colonial masters came, what they did to us. Nana Kwame Nansa in 1471, when they met the first chief of Elmina. what is it? Mirror here, any gunpowder, any then entuma, any nyama petty, any mom one yaji. Na ya sisa en gold amount. Na no bia na politicians omo ye no. Omo ba na ma 10 cities, 100 cities, 500 cities. Actually, also 1,000 cities. They are showing same. Na you say many agi. Where did you one me? One musio, one vote amano. Onim saying, onim sikadodo okogoje. Ewa bemu. Do you know how much ministers are taking as salary? Do you know how much MPs are taking for as their salary? Net salary. Do you know how much the executive, the president John Dramani Mahama is taking? And so Obano Bedada, no amount 10 cities, 100 cities, now when you na a China would 100 cities new and a China sebi a comment deal. You see any potom out, sorry, potom out benum. Aji uni moa economus you or bright so fre a bino. So I'm a treating soon, nam unye binum. Now ni more NHN soon. And ye fe, but yare cholera or diarrhea or dysentery or what am I say? Nti pay enye bufoso. Yes, you go so train yen guest. But sisi am nyama ni say maybe phone lines no. Uti mi na hwe mi a. You was 0246 23 9070 0246 23 9070. Frame me nenhwe yen kasa yen ni komo. Want to me friends so na wa mami WhatsApp message or the same number so yeah there are two platforms sorry we screen so that is 0246 23 9070 for na no na mami WhatsApp message and now say your friend is saying SMS message na yemo komo and now say frame me ewo number no so your friend sorry number is 0246 23 9070 from CC and any komo wobra ye twen yen resource persons and I say yen guests so mo dwane yen na yen mo komo yi na mom no me komo no me di fee and ra yen president or launch free primary health care I don't know obia betumi akọ hospital na ehia ni say o Ghana card uni Ghana card ko pebi right o be say say yare bia diabetes so cancer and as a cancer so because your cancer baby malaria hypertension then say your screening your diagnose you na hwe say bibi e hadwe wo mu a and I say o your pin for wanyim abofada wumbu mu na say ye hwe yiye untene fie unni scan ti untumi nko antenatal na check isa abofra no da year and as abofra no form year abofra bi wo be form no na sebi ni say ni wo be form na ni nan ni sana ko akɔhye ni yem nti doctors hu sa de we correct nti na yesi antenatal care nti we say an antenatal care no because of the free primary health care na John Dramani Mahama ediba ndra express atejuma no nti ye be cover ni free untu ahwe ene nyina maka wansema no penti fa call no fa number no 0246 23 9070 0246 23 9070 na ye be show free eno nkoda nche no aban no e di 1.5 billion cedis that is Ghana cedis and at area tour and area tour say en fan en share program enti me be say san kotie John Dramani Mahama near Wakafa and Dra launch no yes,
I'm happy that we're launching it here at the Shaiwo Sudoku District Hospital. For those of you who don't remember, 10 years ago, on 4th April, in my former incarnation as president, I commissioned this hospital. And I'm happy to note that the hospital is still doing very well. It is one of the best kept hospitals. The CEO is here. Aiko. It's one of the best kept hospitals, and it has gained global fame beyond the borders of Ghana. It won consecutively safe motherhood, zero maternal mortality and infant mortality for several years. And so, because of their reputation they are victims of their own success. People come from outside their catchment area, from as far as Eastern region, to come and either deliver here or seek medical assistance here. So to all the staff, I say Aiko for the great work you're doing, medical director and all your staff, Aiko, well done. We hope you continue to maintain the standard that you have, and we hope that all health facilities in Ghana will come and emulate the example that you have set. Now, I just want to emphasize the importance of the free primary health care. We've been talking about universal health coverage. Every country is working to achieve universal health coverage. And universal health coverage is the situation where every citizen has access to quality, affordable care. In Ghana, we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, and it expanded coverage and affordability in a major way. But since we introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme, we still have a lot of pockets of underserved areas, especially in the rural areas. And so, for countries that would want to extend the reach so that they can achieve universal health coverage, they include in it the primary health care aspect of it. With the health scheme, normally for most of the health facilities under the health scheme, you see the patients only when they are sick. And so it's mostly curative. One key aspect of the free primary health care is preventive, to identify the illness and get early treatment before it develops into something else.
All right, so that is President John Dramani Mahama at the launch of the primary health care that I've spoken about extensively. So I was asking you to call on 0246 0246 239070, 0246 239070. But you know something, those of you sending message and you have 4 gigs or 1 gig. I don't like your gig. And those of you staking Lotte, we don't stake Lotte here. We need business here. If you want to be part of the program, send comments that will help or inure to the benefit of all of us as a people. Because I believe and I think that even though we are not that old, we believe that we've seen successive governments, and I believe personally that our governments, our leaders are disappointing. They are disappointing all of us. They are doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Some will come and give you toilets. Some will come and give you boreholes. Some will come and give you few things, and you think that is all. No, there is more to it. Go to other countries and see what are happening there. But I have with me Kasim Abdul Fatau. He's secretary at TESCON UCC, and he's member of the New Patriotic Party's communication team. Boss, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Great. You're a student?
Yes, please, I'm a student.
Yeah, UCC.
Yes, University of Cape Coast. University of competitive choice.
Yeah. Finding here was difficult, right?
Yeah.
Really?
A bit difficult. No, not really, but there was traffic along the Dakuman Road. Okay. I think there was an accident over there, so that really caused my delay.
You are coming from Kasua?
Yes, coming from Kasua, yeah.
Sorry for that. But how is school?
Oh, school is fine.
Great.
Yes.
You are a secretary for the TESCON, right?
Yes, please.
UCC. How are you preferring? Student politicians. How are you faring? How is it going?
We are managing. We are beginners, and so we are just looking up to the leaders at the top. Yeah. And so sometimes whenever we are doing things on campus as student leaders, we just need to put measure to some of the things that we do. Yeah. As student leaders, I believe each and everybody on campus have got their role model. Yeah. And so as at now, everybody is looking up to their role model, and then they are working towards what their role models are doing. And so that is basically what is going on with student leadership or student politicians on campus.
Yeah. Are you playing it hard or you are?
Pardon?
Yeah, are you playing it hard
Oh yeah. We are, especially now that we are in opposition.
Yeah.
For we the TESCOM, we are not joking at all. I think over the vacation, we are on vacation at the moment, but over the vacation, some of us were on campus trying to recruit more of the level 100s into the association. Yes, and so yes, we are playing hard, and then we know that it will yield results at the end of the day. That is 2028.
Okay, so talking about yielding results, you know, when I sat here, I actually spoke quite extensively about how our leaders vote for them, right? They come canvassing for vote from us, the indigenes, the electorates, all right? And they give them some 100 cedis, they vote for them. And when they come, implementation of their policies become a problem.
Exactly.
Are you people also into those? Since you are not upcoming.
Oh,
because it's like disappointment everywhere.
Yes, I understand the situation, but with us as student leaders, you know, we are advocates of people monitoring and then scrutinizing every politician that comes to him that, look, vote for me. That is what we are into. We are advocating that whenever it's time for elections and then these politicians come to you that they need your votes, they are giving you this, yes, those things you can take it, but you have to sit down and then assess the person that give the money to you. You have to know whether that person, I mean, what is the track record of that person? If that person have served before, what are some of the things that the person have done? That would be of benefit to the future. Because normally when you get to some of our rural areas, they vote based on history, and I think it's very bad when maybe my mother belongs to the NDC or MPP. Due to that, whoever
NDC is in my blood.
NDC, yes, exactly. Blood. I have the blue blood. I have the yes. We have to just look at those things. You as a youth, you have to look at what that particular political party is bringing on board, or what that politician is bringing on board to you. That would be of benefit to you. And then the parents or the mothers and then the fathers at home too, they should also be considering the future of their children. Because if you are thinking about what NDC have given you, I mean, in the past, and then you are not thinking about what it's going to give your ward, then it means that the future is really something that we'll be worried about. Yes, and so I think that we should look at them very well.
You heard the young man, and if he's talking like this, I know you can see that he has the passion. But the passion is where is he going to get to? That is what we must ask, because he'll come very passionate to you, ask you for your vote, and at the end, after giving that mandate, there becomes a different story altogether. But while we are here, yes, we are here, and we have to kick the ball rolling. And quickly, I want to go to him, but I am waiting for your message on 0246 239070, 0246 239070. Like he said, the person giving you the 1 cedi to go and vote for him, look at him, watch him, understand him, be very discerning. So I'm Kasim Abdul Fattah. Now, yesterday, our president actually launched a primary health care, and that will take care of some ailments, some health conditions. And the only thing an indigene needs or a patient needs is the Ghana card, and you can access any facility, CHIPS compounds, health facilities, or health centers, clinics, and so on and so forth. What would be your take on this?
All right, so thank you very much for that question. I believe before I start, it will be only right I say hi to my political leaders. That is the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and then also Honorable Mavis Kumsin, who is a very, good mother to me in politics. She's been the reason why I am here today. And then all other, leaders of the association that are trying hard to bring the party back to power in 2028. Before I also get to the question, let me use the opportunity to thank Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia for initiating the Ghana card, because in your question, I think you mentioned Ghana card. Yeah, so let me thank him for initiating the Ghana card, because it is because of his initiative that has made President John Dramani Mahama's, free primary health care policy has, come to...
But I am not interacting, but did he initiate it?
Did he initiate
Yes.
it? Yes, so that is the debate.
That initiated.
Are we talking about the Ghana card?
Sure, yeah, so you mentioned.
Yes, so that is the debate everywhere. No, we had the Ghana card in existence, but how, effective was it? you know, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia came to, I mean, champion it and then made it whatever it is today that we are using.
So he did not initiate it.
All right. So let me just well, let me say that he came to he came to champion it.
Very well.
You understand? Yeah. He came to champion the Ghana Card initiative, even though I think it was still the NPP administration that brought something like that into existence. That was the tenure of former President Kufuor.
Yeah.
So kudos to Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and then the entire NPP. You know, with this initiative, I personally don't, normally I don't like using health, issues for politics.
Okay.
I want to go straight forward. Well, it's a very good initiative that will help Ghanaians. You know, anything that has to do with health, unless maybe you've not been there before, that is when you realize that no, when my brother or my sister is having kidney or cancer and all that, it takes a whole lot of things. Yes, it takes a whole lot of things to get people out of that. And so that is a very good initiative. But from where I sit, I see these things to be in a way misplaced priority or something.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you mean?
Yeah, so we have, you know, when we were kids, we used to have this as a minor clinics in the areas and all that, chiefs compounds and all those kind of things. They were taking the road that has been spelled by the president that they are going to do. These are some of the things they used to do.
Okay.
And so I believe that at this particular moment, or at this material moment, what is actually needed is that the Agenda 111 project that the former president, started, and then the National Health Insurance Program. These are the two things that we need to put in much effort. We need to invest much in so that at least they will take effect as it is. Now, when you look at this free healthcare program, you realize that some of the things that it's taking care of is almost the same.
Health conditions.
Yeah, health conditions. It's almost the same as the the National Health Insurance card. You understand? So if at the end of every year we are investing almost about 1.2 billion, I don't know if I'm correct, 1.2 billion into that, 1.5 billion, and then we now invest another amount of money into the National Health Insurance. This is, it's going to create a whole lot of, it will drain the nation much. And so
explanation is that for the Ghana Health Insurance, you would have to pay a little, right? In maybe activating your card, right? But the only thing you need is your Ghana card and nothing else.
Exactly. So that is what I'm saying. Yes. So if that is a problem, now governance is continuous. This one brings a policy. You come and then you look at it. Then you look at how you make it better. Okay. If Ghana card is becoming a problem, why the National Health Insurance is becoming a problem, or maybe you have to pay some amount of money before you be able to access treatment and all that. Why don't we then look at how we make it totally free? Instead of bringing a new health policy or something, so that whatever money that will be investing over there would rather be added to whatever amount of money that will be allocated to the National Health Insurance. So personally, I see that the fact that we have National Health Insurance, we have hospitals, that are yet to be completed, we should have put our focus over there to get all these, these things revived and effective.
You mean hospitals that are now being constructed? You mentioned Agenda 111.
Yes, we have a lot of them.
Instead of using this money for these, the government should have bettered the NHIS. And then use such money for completing the
hospitals. Because with this cheap program that you're talking about, when you take somebody there and then situations get excess, it gets out of hand. We'll be rushing these people to the bigger hospital or the secondary hospitals. Yeah. And when we go there and then we don't have these hospitals, how are we going to? So we shouldn't be thinking about the very primary aspect of it. And then I even have a question with regards to the fact that they are mentioning that it's primary. I learned the last time I was watching a video of the Minister of Health, and then he was mentioning that he's putting emphasis on the fact that it is a primary, policy. So I don't know if the NDC members are in the comment section. I just want them to let us understand why the minister mentioned that he's putting emphasis on the term primary, because some of their communicators are out there saying that President Mahama have made health care free in Ghana, totally free. So if you are talking about it, that means that almost everything that has to do with health is free now. Yes, that is the communication that the NDC, food soldiers are bringing out there. So I would want them to let us understand. Probably any of the NDC, members that are the communicators or any of them that is in there, they should let us understand why it is. I mean, the minister made mention that they are putting emphasis on the word primary health care.
Okay, so we actually invited a member of the NDC, but we are not getting through to him. That is why we have only seen here. So it is not deliberate. We actually wanted to balance the conversation, but we call on him. And the last time I called, you know, I don't like to hide anything. Last time I called him, he actually cut my call. I don't know why, though, but that is to them. And now, you know, you were mentioning something. You know, there's one policy called the Mahama Cares, right? And I understand that is taking care of maybe very severe cancer or cancers, and those on dialysis, all right, and other secondary or even tertiary health conditions. Yeah. By talking about the primary, that the health minister actually, let me use the word, hammered on, right? Yeah. It's malaria, diabetes, hypertension, and screening, all right, diagnosis, and antenatal care, all right, a mother who is pregnant and would want to make sure the baby is healthy. So that is it. Yeah. So any more there? Are you okay with that?
No. You know, that is why I keep saying that there's this whole misplaced priority everywhere. You know, with this Mahama Cares, free primary health, it's making the system so complicated. People do not even know which of them they are going for. Are they going for Mahama Care? The National Health Insurance has been there, I mean, for a very long time. And when the NPP came into power, I think that's just the past administration, when they, you know, they tried to add this kind of dialysis on the National Health Insurance. I don't know if we are aware of that. Yeah. So these are some of the improvements that we can make to the National Health Insurance so that we can have just one system in the health sector where all the time people can access. But if it happens that we have the National Health Insurance and today we have Mahama Cares, tomorrow we have the free health, it's making the whole system complicated. You can just think about my old grandmother who is at home, then decided to visit the hospital and she doesn't know which of them she's going for. But with the Ghana National Health Insurance, everybody knows that this is and I have my National Health Insurance, it is covering this, it's covering that. Okay. So I think that instead of bringing this free Mahama Care something, I don't know whether maybe putting, tagging it with the president's name becomes something that is so much important to them or something. They should have added this policy to the Ghana card, to the National Health Insurance, sorry. You know, the National Health Insurance, like I said initially, was not having this kind of free dialysis and all that. But when the previous government came, they thought of, look, let us add to it because people are suffering. And then we have beneficiaries. So as you want to also, take care of cancer and all those kind of things, which is already been in existence, you should just have to add more to what the Ghana card and the National Health Insurance, have got already, so that it will be more effective. Okay. So today everybody knows that, look, we had Ghana card, but we had National Health Insurance, but when the NDC came to power, they added some things to it, so now it is a firm card that you go to the hospital, you have your National Health Insurance, you can access every treatment in hospital, rather than bringing this Mahama Cares, primary, it's making the system very complicated.
About, who benefits from this? One, people living in the rural areas, and then hard to reach communities. Some communities are very hard to reach. Some you would have to go by boats, all right? And then urban communities served by cheap SWAT compounds. You get that point? So, so I think people living in the rural areas matter, you understand? Because sometimes when you look at what they go through, especially pregnant women, all right, going to access a facility becomes very difficult. Some would have to be carried on stretches if the person is in labor, right? So I think people living in rural areas and how to reach communities fair enough.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said initially, that it's a policy that would help though, but it's just a misplaced priority. Talking about those in the rural areas and all that, like I stated earlier, we have those kind of is it mini, I don't know how to put it, but clinics facilities, that when we were growing up, we saw some of these things in the community, where when something happens, we quickly rush the person over there. And so and then we have the National Health Insurance in existence, and the National Health Insurance is not limited to maybe this
condition.
area or this whether this place is a rural area. So we just have to put in much, or we just have to invest much into the national health insurance.
Okay.
Then we look at those, I mean, facilities that we already have in our areas. Then we add whatever that we are supposed to add over there, instead of bringing this new putting. I don't know how it's going to be, but I learned they said they are starting from, is it 150 districts or something for now, and later we're just hoping that at the end of the year they will even roll out and then get everybody, if not that they want to impress people.
Very well. We are going to go on to the next topic, but you are invited to join this. You are an integral part of this, and so on 0246 239070, 0246 239070, you can either call in now or send us WhatsApp message on 0246 239070, as well as SMS messages. Now, yesterday, some teacher unions, or let me use the word, some unpaid teachers actually threatened protesting at the finance ministry, and their issue is that they've not been paid for between 7 months and 18 months. And I was saying earlier, how can a teacher, an essential worker, work for 7 months and would not be paid? 7 months to 18 months. I think it is not good. I'm not sure that any government official, 1 month salary will surpass him, or will not enter his or her account. It comes just like the army, the 15th of every month, but the money comes. You understand? So let's look at this particular topic, and what do you have to say about that? Unpaid teachers, 7 months and 18 months.
It's so sad, you know. The issue of teachers that is circulating all around is something that the government needs to pay attention to, because I always say that to become a president is through a teacher. To become a lawyer is through a teacher.
Yeah.
To become a doctor is through a teacher. To become a doctor is through a teacher. To become a doctor is... I am emphasizing on this because on the doctor side is because these are the people that will be taking care of us in our health, institutions. And today we are not giving the teachers sound mind. The teachers do not have sound mind to teach, because teachers have worked for almost 14 months and then they've not been paid. How do you expect that teacher to stand before the students and deliver what is expected to do? Yesterday I saw a video where a general science teacher was part of the demonstration. Tomorrow, if he's not paid and then he stands before our the youth in classroom, we don't know what he's going to inculcate in them, because there is this kind of anger in him that he has worked for almost 14 months and the person has not been paid. So I think that the government should really put in much effort. As it stands now, there is no government appointee that can work for 5 months without pay. It will never happen in this nation, and it is something that can never happen. They will not even agree. You know, even with their allowances that they take and all those kind of things that they take, they cannot work for almost 5 months without a pay. So why is it happening to teachers? Is it that the teachers, they don't really regard them? I just don't, because I remember the teachers have been very, very respectful to the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education, and then the government and the Ministry of Finance, because they started this demonstration, they started this call for, pay us somewhere in September 2025. They started that. And then I remember they
health workers as well.
Yes, together. And then they told them that they are giving them up to September 30th. They're going to do demonstrations, and all these things, everything went down. Now they came again and then they proposed a demonstration at a point in time, I think somewhere March or so. And then they decided to put a hold on the demonstration, because they thought that they have to give respect to the Ministry of Authority, their code of conduct, and I really respect them for that. So the fact that they have given that kind of respect to the government, and as it stands now, the government, even as of now I'm talking to you, now that they are doing their demonstration, they are still not breaking the bounds. They are doing demonstration out of they say they have a break or something. Some of them are on vacation and all. That is why
health personnel. Or the teachers.
The teachers. That is why they are out doing demonstrations. Very well. So even in their difficult times, they never, exhibited any act of, not being patriotic or not being dedicated or hard, what we call committed to their work.
Okay.
These people have been very committed, and so therefore, since we said respect is reciprocal, just as they've given respect to the government is supposed to give them their respect by paying them. I just think it's so. It's just not understandable that somebody will work for 14 months. It's
you know, you mentioned a word that teachers are not respected. You know why? The last time I was thinking about something, the only civil servant who closes very early is the teacher. Have you realized that? So let's say 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes.
Or even 12 as early as 12 noon in the noon. So I am thinking that because of this, is the reason why I don't know if former leaders actually thought about this, that empty. So
that would be so wrong for every leader to sit on any platform and say that, because the kind of work the teachers do in their classroom, it's limited. They are working with students.
Sure.
There is no way the teachers can work more than the given time, because they are working with students. Students cannot sit in class for more than 12 hours. It will never happen. That students should sit in class and learn for more than 12 hours. Yes. And so it is just a requirement of their duty. Fine. That is giving them that limitation of, time. And so if any government sits somewhere and say that because they do not, if that is the case, then they should get additional work for them. Okay. If they think because their time is 2 p.m. Yes, after the 2 p.m. they should get additional work for them.
Your final words.
My final words are that teachers are really suffering. The fact that teachers spend limited time doesn't mean that they do not work. The work the teachers do within that short space, that short period, is way heavier than any other sector in Ghana here.
All right.
That is on notes.
Okay.
That is straightforward.
Very well. So, here's where time will allow us, but I actually have a message here. It's coming from Banama Paul Mutak. If I'm getting the name well, Mutak or Matok. Yes. Let me mention it again. Banama Paul Matok. And it says, Mr. Speaker is watching you live. Keep the fire burning.
Okay.
Are you the speaker, or maybe Speaker of Parliament?
That's a good
well, we are grateful for this, and keep watching this program. It comes your way Tuesdays, 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. same day Tuesday, and then Thursday 7 a.m. But before I go, I want to do something. Now, I actually had or invited Honorable Alhaji Muntaka Danladi. He is NDC Deputy Regional Communications Officer at the Ayawaso Central Constituency, who couldn't make it. Then I had with me Kasim Abdul Fatawi, Secretary, TESCON UCC, and also member NPP Communications team. I am Franklin Cadwell, but I'm very grateful to MCR department, producers, directors, camera department, as well as editing bench, and then social media team. Thank you so much to Terry as well. I'll be back on Tuesday, 7 a.m. Make a date. Bye-bye.